Welcome students to today's session. We are going to step into a new lesson, separation of substances. This is a very interesting lesson. In our daily life, we separate many things from their mixtures. We separate tea leaves from tea by straining using a strainer. Grains are separated from the stalk by the farmer while harvesting. Milk or curd is churned into butter. We have many such steps. Some of them seem very easy, but if the materials we want to separate are very much smaller than that you see with your naked eyes, then the process becomes little more complicated. So in this lesson, we shall be learning about the different methods of separation depending on the size of the particles that you are going to separate. Now let us ponder upon why do we separate substances. There are three criteria for which we separate substances. The first one is to get two different useful components from the same mixture. Like for example, from the buttermilk we separate out butter. Both butter and buttermilk are useful for us. We have to separate both of them and to be used separately. To remove non-useful components. Like for example, from the tea leaves have to be removed. They are not useful for us. We strain out the tea using a strainer. To remove impurities, like from the rice, stones are removed. Stones are impurities. So these are the reasons that we separate substances. Now let us see what are the different methods of separating a mixture. The components of mixture can be separated by different methods. They are handpicking, threshing, winnowing, sieving, sedimentation and decantation, filtration, and evaporation. Let us study in detail these different methods. First, we are going to study handpicking. Handpicking is a method of separation of large-sized impurities from a mixture by hand. Examples: by handpicking, we can remove pieces of stone and husk from the rice, wheat or pulses. We can separate mangoes from a mixture of mangoes and leaves. The leaves will be fewer in number. We can remove the leaves. So these are examples of handpicking. Next one is threshing. Threshing is the method of separating grains from their stalk by beating the whole plant that is harvested from the field. Threshing can be done by hand, by bullocks, or by machine. The next method is winnowing. Winnowing is a method of separating a mixture of light and heavy solid particles by using a winnow. In this method, the mixture is taken in a winnow and dropped from a height. The heavier particles fall down straight and the lighter particles are carried away by wind. By winnowing, we can separate husk from the grains. So these are the three different methods of separation you are going to study in today's session, and the remaining we will continue in the next session. Thank you.